More with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here with another episode of Twinkle Twinkle, our new fun mystery sew along. And today we're going to put on the sashing. Now, you can see this in front of me already, and you're going, wait a minute. Well, I got a funny story to tell you. We lost the footage for the intro for this quilt. But the sewing part and everything is okay, so you'll be able to see that here in a minute. We have so many things we've got to talk to you about, and what we're going to do is start out first with our shout-outs. Maggie from the Cheshire Crafter, and Lori at Quilting in the Country. Both of them, those YouTube links are going to be in our show notes below. There's so many other things in there, so please, take a look as you're going through. The Zoom sew dates are the first Saturday of the month, and you're welcome to join it. There's a Zoom link and everything there for you to press on. And if you don't have like sewing that day, or you've got nothing that you want to sew and you want to bring your crochet and bring it, we're inclusive, not exclusive. Also, making comments, thumbs up, share, like, subscribe, hitting the bell, and there's a new thing that you can do called hype. And what happens is it changes the analytics and pushes us forward so we can continue bringing you fun free patterns 3 times a week. We also have a Facebook group, and we have so many fun community chats in there. We do fabric exchanges by country to keep postal costs down. The admins have asked us to agree to the rules, answer the questions. Oh, and also there's a virtual sewing room hosted by Discord for the Facebook group members. So if you're part of the Facebook community, come on down. Also, I speak for free, and my email address is under the About tab that you can contact me for your quilting guild or quilting group, or you can message me through the Facebook group through Messenger. Also, if you guys find shout-outs, if you guys find people that are, working hard in the quilting community, have a different voice, or doing something really cool, please let me know, and I can definitely give them a shout out. Just don't tell them, so we kind of sneak around to do something nice for them. Again, the email address where you can send their name and their link is under the About tab, or you can message me through Facebook. I have 2 collaborations coming up. It's going to be a very busy spring, summer, and fall, and I'm so excited to be part of this. I can't believe it. So the first one is Back to Basics, and that's with Donna from Handmade by Yang with Donna. Now, she's assembled a bunch of people that are going to teach very basic quilting skills. Perfect for beginners. Perfect for beginners. And you've got a lot of really good teachers there. Now, the other thing is, if you've been around quilting for a while and you picked up a bad habit or 2 or 12, like myself, you know what? That's the perfect thing to put you back on the straight and narrow. And it's it's going to be some really fun lessons. Just from the people that she's picked, they're going to be great videos to watch. The second one is the Quilters Challenge, and I'm so excited for that one. There's Michelle from Bits and Pieces, Kelly from Kelly's Quilts, and another Kelly from Silly Moon Quilting, Sam Alberts, who's a very talented long armer, and Deb from Sewing with Debbie, and Future Cat from New Zealand. All of them are, what we're going to do is we're challenging each other's and the viewers to come up with an idea. Like, we have an idea, we present it to you, and now we want you to interpret that idea and what you think that idea means to you. I can't wait to find out what people are going to do. It's going to be so much fun. Our next sew along after Twinkle Twinkle is going to be Happy Scrappy Overflow. Yes, we're looking forward to that one too. And hopefully we'll be able to help you guys move out some of your, your fabric scraps and all that. I'm not giving you any clues, because Happy Scrappy Overflow is definitely a mystery quilt, right? And the Zoom sew dates are the first Saturday of every month from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and I'm in Alberta, Canada. So I think we've covered everything we need. And like I say, I'm so sorry that we had to, we can't show you what all this pile of stuff looked like before we sewed it together, but you will be seeing the sewing right away. Okay? And we're into the sewing. Come on in. Okay, we're at the sewing machine now. This is going to be big. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start out with a cornerstone, and I'm going to put in a sashing piece, right? So we're just going to sew that together first. And it's kind of the first one when you're doing a webbed quilt top, it's kind of a weird little thing that you got to do. But, you know, we're hoping that you have faith, trust the process, that's very important, and that we get all this done. The next piece is going to be this way, and then your square goes down like so, right? So yeah, there we go. We're just gonna go in like so, and we're going to look for the other end of this, and we're going to try and get it all put together as best we can. And I'm only going to show you a couple rows on how you do webbing. Webbing is, for me, makes so much sense because you know exactly where you are. So basically we're putting on the first row and column together, right? Or first and second columns. And all of these now have the stay stitching on the outside as well, which is also going to help us out. Now, we're going to go to another cornerstone and another salvage piece. There we go. There, or a sashing piece. And then a sashing piece this way. And grab another block. Oops, grab another block. Give it a twist around a bit. There we go. None of these have to lie all the same way. None of them do. They can all be all over the place. You can have whatever you want to do. It's a very scrappy little thing. So, you know, for some people, they're like, okay, this is going to get confusing. No, it doesn't. You just have to take your time and understand you're sewing column 1 and column 2 together first. Alright? That's it. That's all you're doing. You're doing that outer sashing. You're sashing on all the way around the block. Okay, now, jeez. Okay, where did I end up breaking my thread? Just a sec, hold on. Okay, I ended up way up here breaking my thread. That's not fun. So that means I have to resew everything. Okay. Well, that's okay. That's okay. You know, you gotta roll with these punches here sometimes. I don't understand why I'm breaking my top thread. I've had everything cleaned out and well lubed. And here we go. Oh, first try. Let's quick buy a lotto ticket. Okay. So let's get back onto this. And, you know, it's just simple like that. Things like thread breaking and running out of bobbin and all of that stuff happens. And it's okay. You know, it's, you can recover from it. You know, it's annoying when you've put together, you know, 300 pieces of, you know, you're doing 300 4-patches and your bobbin ran out on the second one. I mean, you know, that's kind of annoying, but it does work. Okay, so that's block 2, and you put your cornerstone and your sashing. There we go. And just quick like this. And there, I'm gonna grab one from further down. Okay. There we go. And this is block 3, right? I hope. We don't want to have 5 blocks. We want to just only have 4 blocks. I'm getting hubby to hold the other end. So you guys can see what I'm doing. We're on 3 blocks, right, dude? Yep. Okay, he's nodding yes. Okay, good enough. Good enough. Okay. Now, oh, Now sometimes with string, you just have to press them in place, like kind of push them down in place. And, you know, everybody understands that strings are not perfection. They're not pieced perfectly, right? So we kind of have to go with the flow here a bit. Okay, here we go. And this will be the last, that's 3, right? Yep, now the last one. There we go, the last big block, and then... there we go, another one. Just like that. There. Get all of that there, get it under the needle. Real quick like a bunny. So basically you're putting all the sashing and the blocks together at one time. So now you get them all sewn in columns, right? First. Then you sew the rows together once it's all put together. Now, this way you have a chance of looking at the quilt and, you know, going, oh, okay, I shouldn't have put that one there, or I should have put this one there, or whatever, right? You have a chance to correct it. Okay, so, all right, there we go. And this is the last bit of sashing you put on. There we go. Now, what's going to happen? Oops, my foot fell off. Hang on. Hang on. Okay, so now we're just going to pull this out, just like so. And we are going to feed it all back without ripping it. Okay, great. Oops. Okay, so now we're going to put on the third column. Okay, so the third column starts out with one of these. And we just lay it down on top. Whoops, get that all out of the way. Hang on. I got paper bits coming off and everything. So the third column is just going to be your cornerstones and your sashing. Because this is where your sashing is going to go. Right here like so. It's just going to come down, and that's all you're going to worry about is this. Then the next one is going to be your sashing laying this way and your blocks. So this is kind of an easier way to, like I say, you can take a look at it once you're done putting all your columns together and see, do I like this arrangement? Do I think this needs more work? Did I sew them all the blocks facing the right direction? You know, because sometimes that is important. Okay. When you're putting together a quilt. Now you notice I'm not pinning, right? One of the reasons why I'm not pinning is all of my pieces have stay stitching around the edge and they're all measured. Oh, good. There we go. Now, when you put on the next, when you put these cornerstones on, this sashing, because it's so long, can twist like that. Don't sew it. Make sure it lies nice and flat, because that's part of your rows that you're going to be working on, right? So, there we go. Get another one on. Get another cornerstone on. And another piece of sashing. Okay. And we just want to make sure everything lines up. Oh, this fell on the floor. Hang on. I'm struggling here. So, hold on. There we go. That's better. That's betterer. Okay. Get another piece of... There. This will work. This one. And I'm just pulling them randomly off my... I've got them draped on my legs. These are 20-inch sashing, so you're just laying, you know, on my legs. I'm just pulling them off one at a time. There we go. And got this all lined up. Right there. And we look for our sashing piece is here. We're gonna put that here, right there. Oh, okay, well that's weird. Now, where is this? Don't let it there. Don't let it slide, dude. Don't let it slide. Okay, I'm gonna put gold up here. And oops. There, I'm just gonna put that on top because there. Here, that's the start. Okay, now we're going to look for that next piece of sashing, so we can put a cornerstone on. We'll get a fun one, get a different one. There, just like that. You know, making these was really a great way of going through all my crumbs and pulling out stuff that was big enough and moving it out and getting it used up and all of those fun things, you know, that we forget to do sometimes because we're busy here. Hang on. Okay. Now. And we'll just match the bottoms. Okay. There we go. Yeah, we've got lots of crazy neutrals in here too. Oh wow, this came out again. What is wrong with this? Okay, hang on. There we go. And the last piece of sashing is a cornerstone. I'm just going to grab something from the middle. More from the middle. Oops. Now, I'm going to continue on. Like the next one, the next column row, of course, is going to be where you put your blocks and your sashing this way. Hang on, let me get this off the machine. And you just keep doing this. The next row is going to be your big block and your sashing pieces that go like this, right? So I'm going to continue going on this. I think you've got a good enough idea as to what we're doing here. And of course it can't be twisted, right? And so like the next place I'd start would be with a strip of sashing and then a block. So I'm going to leave it here and I'll come back when I've got all the quilt sewn together. Because once we finish sewing all the columns, then we go across and we do the rows. Okay, very simple construction. So, and then I'll show you the secondary pattern this all makes. Okay, so here's what this looks like when it's all together. Now, oh my goodness, it's huge, and mine is queen size. I'm going to get hubby to hold one end, and I'm going to hold another end. Now there is an optional border that goes around here, so hopefully you guys can see what this all looks like, you know, and I hope you're understanding what this looks like. You do end up with a secondary effect, secondary star, right, because of, I can't get that to hold. Okay, you get a secondary star because of the black placement of the black right there, you know. So that's kind of fun little detail. I can't sit there. Right there, you get a secondary pattern with the sashing and the cornerstones. So that's something kind of fun to do. Okay, so come back next week and we'll put on the outer border, and their cornerstones as well. That's going to be a really quick one to do. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it, you guys. I hope you have a fabulous week ahead and your 1/4 inch is right on the money. So you guys take care and stay well until we meet again. Bye! My husband and I would like to thank you for all of your support and watching our videos and sharing and liking. It has just been, you've put us on such an amazing journey and we are having so much fun. I hope everything is going so well in your life and you know your 1/4 inch is perfect. Everything is working out for you. And we're just so happy to be part of your life and you having, like I say, you're watching us. I was just so thrilled that you're doing that. So I want to say goodbye and I want to thank you with all my heart. Okay? Take care. Bye.